Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is exciting because I am 30 weeks pregnant, and I think I'm just excited because I'm in the 30s now. So it's kind of like home stretch. We're here. I have so many things to do, but everything's just getting more exciting. At the same time, everything's getting more uncomfortable for my body. And it's getting harder, and I know it's only going to get worse. But I will stay positive. So I kind of wanted to talk about my symptoms, things that have happened in the last week. And some of these symptoms have been here for weeks, but since I haven't been doing pregnancy updates, I'm kind of just taking things that have happened in the last couple of weeks, putting it in this 30-week update video. I'm 30 weeks exactly today, so a lot of things I'll be talking about happened during my 29-week mark. One of the biggest things I have been dealing with are leg cramps, and they are from hell. I hate them. It's not just what are those called? Charlie horses. I get those too. And I would prefer those, believe it or not, to what I get, which is a cramp that is almost as painful as a Charlie horse that will last me all day long. And it is so uncomfortable. It's always in my thigh, sometimes in my calf, but mainly in my thighs. Nothing I do helps. It's extremely annoying, and it hurts so bad. The reason I would take Charlie horses is because they don't last that long. They last maybe a minute, and then you're over it and you're good to go. But I get these almost every day, and yeah, they suck. That's been an awful symptom. So this past week, we were in California, and on one of the last days, Jesse really wanted me to jump in the water, get in the waves with him, and the only reason I was hesitating is because it's November and it's freezing, and if it's summertime, I love to go out in the water and ride boogie boards, and I can't obviously ride a boogie board now, but I just thought, okay, I need to be this cool wife. I'll go out there and we'll have a lot of fun. So we were going out there. I was holding on to his hand. It was freezing, and we were jumping over these waves and started to get farther out there, and I saw this really big wave coming. I got so scared. I didn't know what to do because all the waves that had come before I was able to jump over. In this one, I just was like, there's no way. It's gonna take me down. And Jesse was like, we gotta go. You know, like, we gotta swim to the wave so that we can get over it and it doesn't pound us. And I just like, I'm so scared. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to go towards it. I'm scared. I'm going away. I let go of his hand. I started swimming away. It was a stupid idea because he was able to make it over the wave, and then the wave completely took me down. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because for some reason the beach, like floor, the sand, and the water were really close together. Even when you were going far out, they were just really close because it was shallow. And so when the wave took me down, my stomach hit the floor really hard, and I felt like I was under the water for so long. I seriously didn't think I was ever going to get out of it. And once I had hit initially, it just kind of kept hitting and like going against the floor. So finally I got out of the water. I was freaking out. I was crying. Not because a wave had taken me down and it was scary. I wouldn't have cried over that if I wasn't pregnant. But because I was pregnant, it hit my belly. I just all of a sudden felt guilty, and I thought if something happened to the baby, it would be all my fault. And I was so scared. Jesse was like telling me that everything was okay and fine, and we're gonna call the doctor and blah 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 blah. We went back to the condo. I had never been so anxious. I couldn't hang around any of his family. I just went in our room and I just was bawling in there. And because of the time difference, my doctor's office was closed. Eventually, and the reason I was freaking out so bad is because I have a super active baby. She is constantly in there jabbing, poking, hiccuping all day, all night. It's not just when I sit down, she'll start doing it. It's all the time. I can feel her. And she wasn't as active, and all these bad thoughts were coming in my head, and it was so scary. We eventually ended up talking to a nurse at the hospital here who knows my doctor. She said, I know if you were home, your doctor would want you to come in so we can monitor the baby. You should go to labor and delivery where you're at. We ended up going there, and thankfully she ended up being fine. Such a relief. And the only good thing of this experience was we got to, have ultrasound. I didn't get to see really any of it, except for at the very end. She said, here, I'll show you your baby real quick. And what was so cool, which this has kind of been a theme with our past ultrasounds, was she is measuring way bigger than what she should be. When I went in that day, I was 29 weeks and 2 days, and she was measuring 30 weeks and 5 days. That is so big, and we could see her chubby cheeks, and it just made us really excited to think she's gonna come out all chubby with like arm rolls and stuff, and that is so cute. I have a feeling she'll be a big baby. Anyway, that happened. That was a scary thing that happened this week. I have been feeling Braxton Hicks for a couple of weeks now, and I also feel like I'm feeling something else, because I definitely feel the tightening and whatnot of the Braxton Hicks, but lately there's been pains that are kind of uncomfortable, and my tummy gets hard, and it doesn't feel like a Braxton Hicks, and I think it's just my body getting ready for labor, so I'm not worried about it or anything like that. But it has been I'm sorry, I'm so tired all the time, I yawn. It has been uncomfortable, so yeah, that's something I've been experiencing. Another thing is my vision is getting pretty blurry, and all the things I've read is it's super common for your vision to change when you're pregnant. And actually a lot of the things were saying don't go into the eye doctor and get a new prescription. And I don't remember why, because it's driving me crazy. I already have bad eyesight as it is. I have horrible eyesight. I've had contacts since I was like 9 years old. But with my contacts now, it's pretty blurry at times. So that's been annoying. And I don't really know what to do about it. I hope it will go back so I don't have to get a whole new prescription. I went to the chiropractor yesterday, because holy cow, I have been having the worst lower back pain. It keeps me up at night. I wake up just like wanting to cry because of how bad my back hurts. And Jesse goes to the chiropractor maybe like once a month or something, because he's always messing up his shoulder. And he was talking to his chiropractor about me, and the chiropractor's like, hey, if she has leg cramps and started listing all this stuff, bring her in and I'll fix her up. And Jesse's like, yeah, she has all that stuff. So we made an appointment. I went in yesterday, and he basically said my body is just so messed up. And he felt really bad that he didn't get me in sooner. I had to wait like 3 or 4 weeks because I was a new patient. He's really booked, and he was like, man, if I would have known your body, you would have been in sooner. Like basically everything here down, I have something wrong with me. He said, you know, my shoulders are so tight, my wrists are swollen. And then he said the reason I'm experiencing, he said you should be experiencing like crazy lower back pain because so when I was laying on my stomach, he could see that kind of above my butt, like that area, one side was way higher than the other. And then when I was laying on my back, he could see the same thing with my pelvis, that one was higher than the other. And I've always kind of had that problem throughout my life, where like one leg's a little bit longer and it hurts to do certain exercises. And so he's like, yeah, this is crazy. I feel so bad for you, but we're gonna fix you up. And I left there, my back still hurts, but I didn't wake up with the same back pain I normally do. And then he's gonna help my leg cramps. And if you're pregnant, go to the chiropractor. I've had a prenatal massage probably when I was 25 weeks. And although it was nice, it wasn't really a fix for my back. It just felt good for a day or two, and then it went back to normal. And a chiropractor is more of like a fix, a permanent solution, and it's going to take a couple weeks. I have to go twice this week, and then after that once every week until we get it fixed. So it's an expensive solution, but he just guarantees that he'll help me. And going to the chiropractor is good for you anyways when you're pregnant. It can help align things, get ready for birth. So I would highly recommend that. Acid reflux is of the freaking devil. Gosh, you guys, it keeps me up at night, and it will wake me up from my sleep. I will wake up from sleeping with like throw up in my mouth. I know that's probably disgusting, but it's true. And I do all the things they say, you know, don't eat before bed. You need to eat, like, don't eat anything for 3 hours before bed. Don't drink anything. Don't eat spicy foods. All these things I'm doing, and it doesn't matter. I still get it. And it sucks. It's just a burning sensation, and it has been a huge symptom that I've been experiencing for probably like 3 weeks now, and it's getting really bad. So I might ask my doctor if he can prescribe me something for it because it's that bad. Tums does help, but only for a short amount of time. I have been experiencing what I call pregnancy blues. And I don't want to call it depression because I feel like that's too strong of a word. But I have days where I have no reason to be sad. I have every reason to be happy about life, and I can't seem to get myself out of bed. I am very emotional, and I feel like no self-worth. I feel empty inside. And unfortunately, it sucks for Jesse because I'm super irritable, and I feel depressed those days. So I talked to my doctor about it, and he's concerned because he thinks that I might have a greater chance of having postpartum depression. Cross my fingers, I don't, but this has been so odd for me because I've never experienced depression in my life before. I don't want to call it depression, I want to call it the blues. I've never experienced anything like it, so that has been kind of hard to deal with. And then lastly, obviously I've been emotional throughout my whole pregnancy, but lately, especially this past week, I have been so clingy to my husband. I just want him to be with me all the time. And when he's gone, which isn't that often, his job isn't, he basically can work from home, but when he goes to the gym or whatever he's doing, I basically beg him not to go because I want to be with him all the time. And he doesn't get annoyed by it because we're both kind of clingy to each other. But it's been extra clingy. Okay, the story is kind of embarrassing, but he was, we woke up, ate breakfast, and he was getting ready to go to the gym. And sometimes he'll just go to the gym just to work out, but most of the times he'll go there to work out and to play basketball. And when he does both, he is gone for 3.5 hours, sometimes 4, because he really likes to play basketball for like 2 hours and work out for 1, or however it goes. And I was super emotional this day, and I was laying in bed and I saw him holding his basketball shoes, and I literally started crying, and I was like, I don't want you to play basketball, I just want you to go work out and come home. And I just started crying, and he just was laughing so hard at me, and he's like, okay, I won't play basketball, I'll leave the basketball shoes at home, okay? And I was like, okay, I'll still miss you a lot. And it's been weird, it's been really clingy for me, and yeah, it's kind of been this funny thing between us. And now we have this joke about like how his basketball shoes make me cry, and it's been an emotional time. So now I'll show you my bump shot, which is exciting because I have never done that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to subscribe and like, and let me know what else you would like to see. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.